What's up, and thanks for joining us on our very first video on our brand new channel. And with that out of the way, let's jump straight into today's video. What we are doing today is taking a look at this PC we built for a friend of the channel. Now, this is not a gaming PC, but a general purpose workstation for photo and video editing built with performance, stability, and longevity in mind. So, no crazy overclocks or custom water loops in this one. Let's start by taking a look at some of the system components that went into this build, and from there we can jump into some benchmarks and get an idea how this PC performs. First, at the heart of any good workstation is a fast multi-core CPU, and in this case, we are using the Ryzen 7 3800X. It has 8 cores, 16 threads, with a base clock of 3.9 GHz and boosts to 4.5 GHz. This new generation of AMD CPU supports PCIe 4.0 with an X570 motherboard, along with 3200 MHz RAM right out of the box. This processor runs $399 on Amazon and includes the Wraith Prism LED cooler. Link is in the description below if you want to check it out. Speaking of memory, we used a 32 GB, 3200 MHz Corsair LPX Vengeance kit that I can thankfully report worked perfectly with no tweaking required. This memory set us back $164.99. Fast storage is a must with any high performance build, and with that in mind, we went with two 500 GB Samsung EVO 970 NVMe M.2 SSDs. The first 500 GB is for our operating system and applications. The second 500 gigs will be our active project drive. There's never been a better time to invest in SSD, and these cost us $89.96 a piece. We also added a 4 TB Seagate Barracuda hard drive for long-term storage and possibly for non-critical software installations. This ran us $79.99. We chose a MSI X570 A Pro motherboard to support all of this hardware. It had all of the features we needed for our workstation, including dual M.2 drive support, 2 PCIe 4.0 slots, and with support for up to 128 GB of RAM, this should be a very future-proof platform. This came in at a very economical $159.99. Currently we have an Nvidia GTX 1060 installed that we just happen to have in the studio. At this time, we are just not certain what software suites the end user will be using, so once those decisions are made, we can upgrade the GPU to something better matched to the performance of our 3800X CPU. And maybe we can do a part 2 and produce some gaming benchmarks. Originally, we paid close to $400 for this card, but if it was bought new today, I'd value it at about $230. A Corsair 750 watt, fully modular RMX series power supply provides the juice. This 80 plus gold certified power supply runs $124.99. And lastly, all of this lives in a Thermaltake V200 case. This happens to be a tempered glass RGB edition that came pre-installed with 3 120mm RGB fans in the front and a single 120mm fan in the rear. This extremely budget case only cost $79.99. After watching a how-to video from The Verge, this PC went together no problem. Just make sure you've got your Swiss Army knife and plenty of zip ties handy. Once the system was ready, it fired up with no issues. I ran through the BIOS, set up the RAM, and proceeded to install the operating system. I installed all of the drivers and got all of our benchmark and monitoring wares loaded. Well, how did it perform? The answer is great. Let's take a look at some benchmark results and discuss how this did. First, we ran it through some stress testing just to make sure there weren't any thermal or stability issues. We ran Cinebench R15 and got a score of 2163 for the CPU. It's also worth mentioning we got 175.13 frames per second on the OpenGL test. We ran Cinebench R20 and saw a score of 4,982. We rendered out AMD's Ryzen Graphic Blender project in Blender, and we saw a render time of 18.08 seconds. On PC Mark X, we saw an overall score of 6,325, with a score of 10,499 on Essentials, 7,736 on Productivity, and 8,454 on Digital Content Creation, which I'm sure we'll see go up once we get a new GPU in this PC. On TimeSpy, we saw an overall score of 4,129. However, the test that really matters here was the CPU score, where we achieved a score of 10,247. We ran some testing on the PCI bus speeds, as well as hard drive read and write speeds for future reference and testing. At an all-in cost of $1,428.85, this system offers a ton of value and has a lot of options for upgrades in the future. We witnessed it hitting its boost clock of 4.5 GHz quite frequently, and it settled in nicely at 4.1 GHz, never exceeding 70 degrees Celsius. At the end of the day, this is going to be a great workstation. And while not exactly a budget build, we didn't break the bank either. There is an awesome upgrade path for this down the line if needed, and with the addition of an upgraded GPU, when the time comes, it will be a frame-munching monster. And between you and I, would make a great gaming PC. Well, that's a wrap. I hope you liked the video and decide to let us know what you think in the comments below. And hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more of our upcoming videos. And remember, no matter where you go, everyone's connected. Thanks, and see you again soon.